Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV, here to congratulate you on the purchase of your Jayco Eagle 27 RS fifth wheel. Beautiful unit you guys picked. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by unhooking our hitch. Our hitch man is going to show you how to do all that. Part of that will include releasing these handles and bringing your legs down. And then coming over here and turning on your auto leveling system. You simply hold both of these buttons in, up and down button, and that will turn it on. Once it does, you can bring your front legs down and set that all up. Now I wouldn't hit our auto level until we bring our slides out. Now once we've got our unit unhooked, couple things I want you to take note of when you're parking. You've got this big slide on this side, and of course you have a slide on your campsite. One last thing to take into account is where your electricity and water hookups are, which are going to be both here on the front. Here's your docking station for your water, and there's your electricity. This would be on your off camp side or your driver's side toward the front of the unit. So park accordingly so that you can reach all their utilities, your water and electricity. Speaking of that, let's hook up our electricity. Now you do have the Furion twist and lock. This will enter like so, and then turn it, and then twist on your black. Now at the other end of this, you have 50 amp service here. At the other end you'll have a dog bone, which will bring you from 50 down to 30. And should you need to plug into 110 in your convenience pack, is this 110 adapter to go from 30 down to 110. Now when going 110, you're only going to want to run one air conditioning, otherwise you're going to blow some breakers. Got our electricity hooked up, let's hook our water up. Most important thing, water pressure regulator. This is going to reduce the water pressure from the hose to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. You don't know what the camps are set at, so you want to make sure you use this water pressure regulator whenever putting water into the unit. We'll start by City Water Connect. City Water Connect, we will hook up our water pressure regulator. We'll hook up our hose, but don't turn your hose on yet. You come here to your hot water heater, which is going to look like this, closed. Open it up and make sure your drain plug is in. You may have taken this out the last time you were camping to drain your hot water heater, so put this back in and make sure that's plugged. Once you do, you can turn on your hose. Run that city water for a while, and then you come right here back to your hot water heater and pull on this pressure release valve. That's going to release air, and then water is going to be coming through. Once water is flowing through steadily, you know this is okay it is full and okay to be lit from inside. One thing I do want to know, down here in the corner is an on-off switch. What that is for this element when going on 110. So only turn this on if you're running your unit on 110, otherwise it'll fire up from inside. Now, a couple things to notice out here. You have to have these set correctly. So we're filling our tank. We took green to the left, blue down. Make sure that's set up correctly. Now if you're dry camping, set up the same way. Turn your green down your blue this way. That's going to fill your potable water tanks. Now when you're using your potable water tanks is when you're going to want to turn on your water pump. Right there. So when you turn it on, there's a light right above, that'll show your water pump is on. Now to sanitize your unit, turn that way, turn down, bypass your hot water heater, and then you can put your sanitation in here. That'll run through all your lines. Also above that you do have this hose, hooks up to that spray port. A couple other things to show you in this docking station. Solar on the side, this is prep for solar. Should you get a solar panel, you can hook it up there and it'll trickle charge your batteries. This would be a black tank flush, which we'll talk about when dumping your tanks. And your tanks, and a slot to put your hoses down should you need. Got our water hooked up, our electricity hooked up, and we'll walk you around the unit and show you a few other things. Also in your storage here, under your auto leveling, is a battery disconnect. That will shut your battery off, saving power to the unit. What you're going to want to do when you're not there for the day, especially with a carbon monoxide detector that'll run your battery down. I'll talk about that in a few. Motion detector light. Also on your off-camp side, above your hot water heater, is a furnace heat release. Your low point drain, as well as your black tank flushes. There's your low point drains, and there's your black tank. Coming around to the back side of your unit on the off-camp side, do you want to mention your ladder to go up there and check your seams, caulk them if they're starting to crack or dry out. Your unit is prepped for a Furrion backup camera. You can purchase that in our store. The little electronic device will be on your dash and it'll communicate with this, allow you a backup camera. Come around to your campsite. On your slide you do have this storage, all set up for a TV. Lighting in here. Big storage, you can put a little fridge in there maybe. Coming around the other part of your campsite, you do have your outdoor speakers. A little light from underneath. You see your door well. Another spray port to use that blue hose on. You want to spray this side of the unit off. Again, your pass-through storage. This is a hand crank to bring down your spare tire. Simply put it on here and crank it. We have your propane here. Battery hookup up here. Recommend checking your posts to make sure they're staying together. Then we're back around to our port side again. About covers everything on the outside. Let's take a look on the inside. So the first thing you'll notice as you enter your doorway, to the left by all doorways will be your fire extinguisher. We'll close the door here, it's a little loud out there. So have a fire extinguisher by the door. And also as you enter up your steps, you have your lights. Below that, this little device here, you'll see all throughout the unit. That's to help the thermostat. It's to read the temperature throughout the unit. Now let's talk about the Jayco J-Command system. Hit a button and get a light. Now the top button is going to take you through everything. Your AC, settings to pair device, your tanks, you can check them. Your pump, your electric heater, your gas heater. So if you're on gas, if you're plugged up to electric, bring this down to electric heater and turn it on. Or if you're plugged up to gas, come here and turn it on. If you are hooked up to potable water, go up to the water pump and turn it on. Press this button, that'll turn it on. Same thing with your slides. You can go through, pick slide 1, slide 2 or your awning. Remember on your awning, when you run that out, when you extend it, run it out until there's a flap that falls down about 90 degrees. That's as far as you want to run that out. So everything that you want to control is here, including lights. Lights throughout the unit. Temperature. And your water pump. Above that, she shows it's wired for solar. So we're on your unit now. Your self-explanatory microwave. There's a manual that comes with that. And your Furrion stove. Simply turn to light. Hit your ignition. Shut that off. Which is cool. This glass top makes an excellent backsplash. They do have some Furrion speakers that you can purchase. That'll hook on right here. Charge up. Let's come over to your fridge. Looks like you have an all-electric fridge. Your sound system. So 3 different zones. You can play your music indoors, outdoors, or both. Scan through channels. Bluetooth compatible, disc, USB, everything. Remote for that. You can pair it to your device. Control it from there. Your big television and Furrion fireplace. Now the secret to fireplace is it's not just for looks. Up here's where you turn your power on and off. Here's a timer. This flame here will change the color of the flames. And then this will set your temperature. But the whole secret with the fireplace is when it gets chilly in the morning or in the evening, instead of using your gas to warm up, crank this baby up. You don't need the flame on even. And it'll get it toasty in here in no time. Save your gas and use their electricity. Next to the couch you do have USB ports. Show you how to fold this down into a bed real quick. Simply remove your rear cushions. They're all velcroed on there. What I call a tri-fold sofa. Find it best to stand in the middle. Lift. Bring your legs out. Pull it toward you. And lay it back down. There you have your extra bed. Reverse the process putting it away. Again, I find it more comfortable standing in the middle. Close your legs. Lift this back down and put your cushions back on. Velcro makes it nice. And we're back to the sofa. Coming up here, you do have a light switch here for this accent lighting. Same thing over here. You do have a power recliner, heat and massage. Or excuse me, not power recliner. This is what I call a parachute pull. Simply pull on this handle and it will recline. You do have to use your own feet to push it back down. And this is your heat and massage and an accent light and a USB port. Cup holders, storage. You do have storage under your table. And this extension that will come up. Makes your table longer. This is on a strut, so it'll stay up for you. Great place for cards and games. All of your chairs have storage. And then you have this bench with storage. You do have 2 folding chairs under your bed that can come up here. You have your pantry with motion lighting. More pantry here. Now I want to talk to you about your island. On your dinette side, you do have a 110 here with GFCI protection. And below that, you have your carbon monoxide propane detector. Now this is a 12 volt carbon monoxide detector. Now the reason I mention that is because it's constantly running off your batteries. So if you're going to be gone today, for the day, if you're dry docking or dry camping somewhere and you know you're going to be gone, you don't need your batteries, use that battery disconnect. Otherwise this will run your battery down. You're fine if plugged in. Coming up your steps, down below your J command is an access panel to your fuses and breaker box. I highly recommend having some 30s, 25s, and 15s with you when you go camping. You can purchase them in our store as well. Coming up into the bathroom, your lighting is up here. Accent lighting. You have a 110 in here. Remember, just like your home, you're going to maintain your plumbing. Keep an eye on these lines here, make sure everything stays solid. You are bouncing a home down the road. Things will tend to wiggle loose. Again, coming in the bedroom, your lighting here. Another temperature reader. In the bedroom next to the bed, you have a couple of USB ports and a 110. Accent lighting here. Same mechanism on the other side. This is prepped for television behind the storage here. In that storage. And you have your big storage over here as well. Now this is prepped. Looks like for a washer and dryer. They do have the lines in there. And do have the dryer vent location should you ever want to put a washer and dryer in here. In your unit you also have in your bedroom a hand crank fan or hand crank vent. No fan on it. That about covers everything on the inside. Let's go take a look at the outside and leave the campsite. So a couple things we want to do as we're leaving the campsite. Come to your hot water heater again. Burp the air out and release your drain plug. Make sure if you're running off 110 you have this shut off. Remove your drain plug. Drain your hot water heater. Come back here to your sewage and release both of these. This is going to drain all of your fresh waters, hot and cold. Then you have your sewage dump. You can take your sewage hose that comes in our convenience pack, hook it up, put the other end in the sewage hose, and you're going to come here to our docking station and pull your black tank. And once you pulled your black tank, sounds like it's done running, you can take the hose along with your water pressure regulator and you're going to hook up here to your tank flush. You're going to run that tank flush for about 5 minutes with this black tank pulled. Of course, use your water pressure regulator. After about 5 minutes of washing out your black tank, that sprayer is going to wash it out pretty good. Shut your water off, disconnect your water, close your black tank. Then in no particular order, but I always found left to right working as you're heading this way. Pull your front gray tank. After you feel that's drained, pull your other gray tank. These are going to be your cleaner waters. It's going to clean your sewage hoses out. Take your sewage hose, store it away sanitarily, and you're ready to hit the road. Again, thank you for your purchase of the Eagle. Hope you guys enjoy it for many years to come. Happy camping.